Good night firstly to the students of UWI. Before I go into the lecture, I'd like to ask anyone from the audience to answer this question. Who is Vybz Kartel? Who is Vybz Kartel? Alright. Who is Vybz Kartel? Baba Blue and them call her acts and they make a recommendation and remarks. Some say me ugly like Bubba Sparks. Some say me the best them come across. Who am I? Here. Fair question. Take the first in its obvious relevant meaning. I am Adija Palmer, dancehall artist, hero, businessman. Check. Yeah. Adija Check, yeah, murder, perfect. First of all, I am Adija Palmer, dancehall artist / hero, businessman, proud father of 7 children. I'm counting. I grew up in Waterford community in Portmore, the 2nd child of my father, 3rd for my mother, who had a daughter from a previous relationship. I attended Waterford Infant School, Waterford Primary School, where I passed my combinations for Calabar High School. Where I was unfortunately expelled in the 10th grade for truancy, because at the time I had already engulfed my whole being. And I was studying school time at various corporate studios and such. I knew from a tender age that I was destined for a career in music, as I used to watch my uncles who were aspiring DJs, none of them never was, perform regularly at my house on an informal sound system, much to the delight of me, who was their audience, only audience at the time. I can also recall that at a tender age of about 4 or 5 years old, asking my father to pull the back of the radio so I could see who was inside singing the songs. So, I grew up listening to all kinds of music and was self-taught in the appreciation of the various genres, from a Boris Gardner to a Dion Warwick to a Mighty Sparrow. And from early I figured out that regardless of what men labeled the different forms of sound, there are only in my mind 2 types of music, good and bad. I started DJing at talent shows in the community, where in the early stages of my career, I received a lot of boos and come off a stage, but was not deterred by the hecklers, but rather used it as a motivation to be better and better till in a short space of time I was the leading community DJ and the next big artist hopeful. It was on one short stage show that Ron Butler, who like most of the community thought I was the baddest thing in the world, spotted me and made contact with me with the intention of being my manager. I agreed, and that was the start of a very successful, albeit short-term relationship with Butler and I. I was then introduced to Bounty Killer by Butler in January 2000 by the Artivision car wash where the killer hung out at the time, and I was quickly recruited in the Warlords camp after he heard a song that I had written for him to sing. Another successful but short-term relationship was formed, the details of which would be recipe for another lecture. Music, like it already, because in Jamaica, dancehall music has been getting a lot of flack recently. And not recently, since its emergence from a wide cross-section of society. Vybz Kartel music has also been at the center of a lot of controversy over the years. But my music is a friend to some people and a foe to others. But that is totally acceptable to me based on the mere fact that dancehall itself has always been social commentary reflecting the duplicitous foundation of the Jamaican. As serious students who know, Sir Walter Rodney alluded to this factor in Grounding in Aggression. Jamaica is not out of many one people. Instead it is an economically, ethnically, politically, and religiously divided country. So, whereas reggae spoke to the Garfield message of one love, dancehall generally speaks to the global message of rebellion, which in my opinion is why it is sometimes feared, scrutinized, and demonized by our post-colonial masters and their subordinates. My music is controversial, but so was reggae, which interestingly was labeled rebel music back in the day. So reggae was also controversial before it was fully accepted first by the lower class of people where it originated, then by the upper class of society after it had garnered international recognition. So basically, it went abroad and came back to us and we accepted it because you know Jamaica love foreign things. But seriously though, much of what dancehall is saying today is not much different from the rude boy era of reggae music. For reference, I'd like to quote two Bob Marley songs. I want to disturb my neighbor because I'm feeling so right. I want to turn up the disco, blow them to full watts tonight. Or the more politically poignant, because I feel like bombing a church. Now that you know the preacher is lying. The point that I'm trying to make is that the stone that the builder refused shall become the head cornerstone. And right now, dancehall has become that disregarded stone. Because look into this, 30 years ago, Bob Marley was despised and ridiculed by the upper echelons of society as a dirty Rasta boy, ganja smoking, and promoting civic unrest. Now, that same Bob Marley is poster boy for the Jamaica tourist group. Bringing these people around, see me. Alright. So, fast forward to Vybz Kartel. I know Vybz Kartel has affected dancehall music. Firstly, when Kartel came on the scene in early 2000, dancehall, in terms of new flows, new refreshing ways to deliver the usual topics of dancehall music, was at a lull. Basically, you know, flows like Badman, was a breath of fresh air to dancehall fans who at the time were being swept away in a wave of hip-hop before the cartel tide rose to prominence. In a metal canal, with a buckle of canal, signified that a new star was born and was here to stay. In my view, Kartel is not merely a DJ, but also a poet of Shakespearean stature. And I say this because Vybz Kartel is not the best, but one of the best doing dancehall. And I say this because my lyrics at first glance may seem simple, but different layers can be peeled away to reveal a much more complex meaning, depending on age, knowledge, and nationality of the listener. Two quick examples. Some read a gun women and but someone of them, we were cooler than Reagan and Gorbachev them. The second line speaks not about police in war, but about the actual Cold War era between America and Russia, whose respective leaders at a critical point in time were Ronald Reagan and Mikhail Gorbachev. Another recent example of my poetic prowess would be me and still in lyricist, vocabulary physicist. And those lyrics are self-explanatory. Don't keep the coffee. Vybz Kartel's early controversies, such as Ninja Incident, Leaving Alliance, Running to the Law, etc., were not part of this diabolical plan to hold attention. I was just being myself. Now, I mean, little did I know that all these incidents were just pieces of the puzzle being put together to really create the man, the teacher, the cartel. But undoubtedly, the media who are all present tonight. The media uses Vybz Kartel to sell papers, you read the thing. To sell papers and to gain viewership by broadcasting the negatives but never giving the positives similar purpose. Example. Every day there's a headline, an article, or a letter to the editor. And one topic of another. It's either it's about Kartel skin, allegations of feuding with Kartel and she and the old lady, or just a general negative showcase of Kartel. Yet when Kartel does his regular good deeds, and I repeat, regular, yes, the media couldn't care less. You will see bold headlines. Kartel encourages Jamaicans to scar skin. What about Kartel, first DJ to open his own rum factory? You will easily see on the front page, Kartel and such at odds. Fine, because that is news. But what about giving the same front page headline to Kartel, through his business ventures, employs over 30 at Jamaica? But as my granny would say, 6 or 1, half dozen of the other. So, the more the media seems, and it's not necessarily they're fighting Vybz Kartel for any personal reason, but the more the media, quote unquote, gives it to Vybz Kartel, the more the people view Kartel as a champion for their causes and interests. Because after all, what is an artist without the people? Bear with me a minute because it knows kind of really. Alright. On the subject of tattoos. Scar, question, tattoos, scar or beauty? Okay. Alright. Can you two both say put your tattoo? Can you two do your tattoo skin smooth? Be sure the green, red and the blue. We love looking at you. Alright, according to Wikipedia, a tattoo